The biggest names in sports are all on IsraelSportsRadio.com.
Shay Doron, or Shay Doron, and you're listening to IsraelSportsRadio.com.
Okay, we're back here on Lewis Live. Our next guest is an Israeli basketball legend. Let's take a look and listen to one of her finest moments in her career.
With the 16th pick in the 2007 WNBA draft, the New York Liberty select Shay Doron from University of Maryland.
Of course, you heard it there. Being picked in the WNBA, quite an impressive accomplishment, but not as much as being on Lewis Live. Is that right, Shay?
I know. It's definitely hard to beat that one.
Now, Shay, we were supposed to have you on a couple weeks ago. Some things happened. Basically, I think you thought we were going on a date. That's not what this is. This is an interview. You don't have to, go different places. It could be, what I'm saying?
Now, they told me I had to go all the way to Jerusalem. Usually, the dates come to me.
Very nice. As they should. When you're a legend, that's the way it should be. One of the things I want to talk to you about before we get to your career, I don't know how you felt, but personally it was injustice at the WNBA All-Star game that Kathy Poddexter was not the MVP. She had 17 points. Her team won. Former Phoenix Mercury member, by the way, 2007 Finals MVP. Instead, they gave it a Swin Cash. Her team did not win. Were you as upset and outraged at this injustice as I was?
Well, I don't know if I would ever be outraged at anything that happens in an All-Star game, but it's really, 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 really weird that the team's winner doesn't get the MVP. So in terms of that, it's just really uncommon. And of course, Kathy's an unbelievable player, but in terms of All-Star, I guess the rules are a little bit different, I suppose. I was very frustrated. I wrote on that on Facebook for hours on my Saturday night, because that's what I do at my Saturday nights. I watch WNBA games. Now, like I mentioned at the beginning of the interview, you, of course, played with the New York Liberty. Actually, I didn't mention that, but it was assumed through the video. I want you to take a listen. This is a funny clip I found on YouTube. Over 29,000 people have watched this video, so let's take a listen.
L'chaim, and I know the one song.
Hakba? I thought it was Haba Nagila. What was that all about?
Well, that's Ashley Battle, so, she's not... I was trying to get everyone in touch with their Jewish side, so, at least you made the effort. It was a good effort, and it's always a good video to watch. I know exactly which video it is without even having to watch it.
Yeah, it's the way it goes. You're able to make fun of Jewish culture no matter who you are. It's funny because we're a cute type of people. But I couldn't do that about, Christmas. I couldn't call it Christmas, then, people would be mad at me.
Yeah, but like I said, as long as we're getting people to laugh and joke and think positive things about our country, I think we're doing something good.
I like that. I like that approach. I agree with that. Now, for 10 points, is your name Shay Doron, or Shay Doron?
Depends on which country you're asking me.
That is correct. That is correct. Very nice. The audience approves of that. Because now I know you went to in high school. I'm going to assume because it was I think it was the name is Christ High School, something to that effect. That you were there weren't too many Jewish kids in that school, right? Christ the King.
Me and Sue Byrne, I think, in the whole history of the school, were the only two.
Wow, okay. So I can relate to that because I was the only Jewish kid in my class, and I generally got Ari. So what is the weirdest pronunciation of your name that you ever got?
Well, when I first came to the U.S., Shay was a weird thing. I just figured, I was like, these Americans are weird. Why are they calling me that? But I guess I'll just go with the flow here. So I guess that was the weirdest thing I thought of. Was like, why are they calling me Shay?
Yeah,
I guess I spelled it wrong. I spelled my own name wrong. Could have spelled it with an I.
Yeah, well, you know what? I had Israelis tell me that I pronounced my name wrong. It's like, no, it's Ari, not Ari. I'm like, okay, fine, we got that. But and then in America, generally when they mispronounce my name, I got Ari, like Aristotle, I guess. I don't know what that was for. But yeah, Americans are weird sometimes. But we're not there anymore. Speaking of not being in different countries, like that segue, you're back in Israel where you belong, playing for Ramleh, correct?
Yep.
Now, here's my question. Why do they put the women's basketball power in a city filled with mafia and other types of crime? Well, what is the reason behind that?
Well, I think, first of all, the mayor is a genius because for the last 2 years, where we succeeded and won European championships and Israeli championships, the only thing you've ever heard about the town is how good the basketball team is.
Oh, good point. Good point.
You don't really hear about any of that. And honestly, I've lived there 3 years, 2 years. This will be my third. Not in a row, but I've lived in Ramla, and I have to say, it's just a lot of stereotypes. It is a really, really fun little city to live in, and especially as a women basketball player, people love the basketball there. So I really, I really had no problem with the city, and like I said, I've lived there, and I feel right at home.
Now, do you have to say that because you're concerned? That's what I'm saying.
No, I really live there.
Okay.
And I eat there, and I walk around there at night, and I really have no problems. I've never had any problems.
And that we're calling and Baruch Hashem to that, because just to give some American fans perspective on what this is like, this would be like taking the Los Angeles Lakers, and Shay Doron being, of course, Kobe Bryant, and sticking the Lakers in Watts or Compton, somewhere in that area to some degree. But hey, stereotypes is... Come on, that's just, it's Broadway.
No, not at all. Not at all.
All right,
It's a stereotype, but really, like I said, I actually lived there 2 years, and I hadn't had one problem. I never felt scared there. I never heard any gunshots or anything out of my window. So it's really a lot of stereotypes. Of course, murders and stuff happen, but they happen everywhere. So, I mean, it's a really big stereotype about the city. And
speaking of murders, what's going on in the WNBA right now? I mean, the Indiana Fever lighting it up. Is this year Tamika Catchings finally gets her first MVP award? We know she's won the Defensive Player of the Year award several times, but she's never won an MVP. Is this her year of getting the MVP? What do you think?
Well, I hope so, because there hasn't been a more deserving person. I mean, she's an amazing player, and there's a lot of amazing players, but she's one of those special people that I have had the privilege to, with my year in the WNBA, to kind of see who she is and what she's all about, and she really, really is amazing. And so I really, regardless of who wins, I'm keeping my fingers crossed for her.
Yeah, Tamika is great. I love her story, how she used basketball to help her through like a lot of different issues. But I still want her team to go down in the finals against the Phoenix Mercury.
I know. I remember you being a big Phoenix fan.
Hey, they get the title this year. That's 3 titles in 5 years. That's dynasty, baby. All right, going to the amateurs. But we want to go to college because I want to ask you, obviously you were a star in college and won a title. This year you had Connecticut breaking John Wooden's record, and then the team did not finish the job. They didn't win the title. Do you think the record had something to do with their letdown, quite a lack of focus, or it was just not their year?
Wow, I really don't know. Honestly, when they lost, it felt like when the New England Patriots lost in their perfect season. It was like...
Good analogy. I like that.
It was just unbelievable. I mean, I think they just, at some point, felt like they couldn't lose, and it was a little bit of a letdown. They kind of dropped the guard a little bit because they just felt like destiny, this, destiny that. We beat the record, now we have to put the cherry on top. It's going to happen, and maybe they did let their guard down just a little bit, and it was enough to lose.
Now, Shay, when you won the title back in Maryland, your team, was there a feeling in the locker room, you kind of looked everyone in the eye and said, hey, this is our year, or did it just come, and before you knew it, you're cutting out the nets and celebrate another title?
Well, I think when we came into the finals, I think everyone was a little skeptical. But once we hit overtime, I came into the huddle, I remember, I'll never forget this. I looked at everybody and I was like, because it had been... The slogan for the year was overtime is our time, because that was like the 6th or 7th time we'd gone into overtime that year. And we won them all. And I just looked at everyone and I was like, Duke hasn't even been to one overtime game yet. And I looked at everyone and I was just, do I even need to say anything? Like, this is it. This is our game. Like, forget it, guys. Just go out and finish this up because it's over. Like, there's no way they're going to beat us in overtime.
Wow.
And that was the moment we all knew we were going to win. The second we got it into overtime, we were just so sure that we were going to win that title.
I love the leadership there, and I actually want to play a quick clip. This is your college jersey being retired at Maryland.
I'm Ben Gordon, and you watch the press.
Not Ben Gordon, sorry, this will be in the video.
Championship.
Now this is funny too, Shay. They're gonna say your name in a very interesting way. Take a listen.
I'm Morgan Page. Welcome to Press Pass TV. She's the 2nd highest scorer in Maryland women's basketball history, and she won a national championship. Final former Terps standout and New York Liberty star Shay Doron as she heads back to Maryland to receive one of the highest honors for an